This is crazy because everyone says albums are dead, and they are if you release them the wrong way. But I just released an album 6 days ago, and if we hadn't have done it this way, I wouldn't have just gotten over 135,000 extra streams. You see, I released a 13-song album, but before I released it, I released 12 songs as singles. I pitched every single one to the release radar. I promoted all of them, right? And I did content, lyric videos. Some of them I did music videos. We pitched them to TV and film, and we really promoted every single one, right? But then only some of them were still getting a few hundred streams a day. Some were getting thousands. But when we released the album, everything shot up and went through the roof. And I want to show you this because you might want to copy this strategy. My name's Chris, also known as the artist Manafest. I've been doing hip hop and rock for over 15 plus years. We write songs for TV and film. I had a song in the Super Bowl and the Olympics last year, and I'm also the creator of the Spotify 5-Day Challenge. So let me share my screen and let's check this out. So I'm in my Spotify page right now, and right now we've got about 493,000 monthly listeners, and honestly, this just went up 8,000 from last week. I really want to get back to 500,000. But if I click on my album that came out last week, so we released all these songs as singles, and the latest one you can see is Born to Rise because that one only has 31,000. But what's always interesting is you just never know which song is going to take off. Even though the song hasn't even been out a week, it's already got half the amount of streams that this one has. And that's just because it's responding better. And that's just, sometimes you just don't know which songs are going to pop off. But I want to show you inside my artist dashboard here. And again, what I love about Spotify and that we're in the Spotify game is that it shows you how many people are listening to your music. Like, I'm not touring right now. I'm not playing shows, but people are streaming my music 24/7. And this is what I teach on my Spotify challenge, is that you want to invest in assets that work while you're not. Like, I'm doing something else, and yet Spotify is working for me. It's like, I'm not trading my time for dollar. I'm making money while I sleep, which I call Swiss dollars, which stands for streams while I sleep soundly. Okay, so anyways, so let's jump into this. So I want to share with, if I click on music here, on the left, this little record here, and I want to click on the first song so you can see the whole album is out now. And if I click on Silent Beast, and this is a single we released months ago, okay, and it's only getting a few hundred streams a day, and then freaking it shot up to 4,809 streams. Now in my previous video, which I'll put a link to at the end of this, we only had the data, I think, for the next day. We had 2,000, and then it dropped down to 16, but then it shot up again, and we're still now getting thousands of streams, and yet this thing was only getting a few hundred. So we 4x'd our streams just on that song. And then if I go to another one, Born for Greatness, this one came out a while ago, just over a couple months ago. It's still getting about 1,800, 900 streams, and again, shot up to 5,000. All right, and this wasn't even the single. Okay, this wasn't the single that I released right now. It was a single, but not on this album. And so I'll just go through a couple more. Here's Pushing My Way to the Top. This one wasn't doing as well. Again, only a few hundred streams. Boom, 2,000. And still getting over 1,000 streams, 997. I'll show you one more because not all of them are the same. This song, Teardrops, we promoted this one a lot. This is the one I shared on our webinar, that it was only getting 200 streams a day, and I shot it up to 1,000. And then now that I re-released it again. So just in 6 days, the total streams from this album was over 135,000. I don't know if it'll show here if we just do 7 days. Okay, so yeah, 141,000. So I was even off by a little bit, right? And so this is the power of releasing singles and leading up to the album. And as you can see, I released this song as 13 tracks, right? But this was a single, this was a single, this was a single, that was a single. A lot of these were all singles. Some of them I released the instrumental on as well too, just to get a few extra streams. That's a secret we do. But then what I did was, when it came time to upload the full album, I clicked upload here and I clicked upload music, and I decided to do 13 songs. Right? not just one song this time, but when you scroll down to the song and you start putting the song title in and the information and you upload your file, your WAV file, if the song is already out, you say, I already have an ISRC code, okay? And then you go back to the song that was already released as a single. Let's take for the song for Born for Greatness. And I copy this ISRC code. Otherwise, I will lose all the streams that I built on these songs. Like, I don't want to lose the 727,000 streams on this one or 765,000 streams. You know, I want a lot of these bad boys to hit over 1 million. But if I don't use the same ISRC code, I'll lose all the streams. Now, I'm in DistroKid because that's what I use to distribute my music. And I shared this a little bit in the other video, is that, let me just click on music. And as you can see, I released this song as 13 tracks, right? But this was a single, this was a single, this was a single, that was a single. A lot of these were all singles. Some of them I released the instrumental on as well too, just to get a few extra streams. That's a secret we do. But then what I did was, when it came time to upload the full album, I clicked upload here and I clicked upload music, and I decided to do 13 songs, right? Not just one song this time, but when you scroll down to the song and you start putting the song title in and the information and you upload your file, your WAV file, if the song is already out, you say, I already have an ISRC code, okay? And then you go back to the song that was already released as a single. Let's take for the song for Born for Greatness. And I copy this ISRC code. Otherwise, I will lose all the streams that I built on these songs. Like, I don't want to lose the 727,000 streams on this one or 765,000 streams. You know, I want a lot of these bad boys to hit over 1 million. But if I don't use the same ISRC code, I'll lose all the streams. Now, there's a couple secrets I want to share, and if you wait to the end, I want to share what I did wrong and how I could have even gotten more streams and blown this up even more. But yes, we released all these as singles. I didn't just whip the whole album out there, or else I wouldn't have been able to pitch all those songs to the release radar. And you got to understand, the release radar gets more streams than editorial playlists and anything else. That's the algorithm working for you, sharing the song out. So I wanted to give every song a chance and promote every song the best I could. We ran Facebook and Instagram ads for every single ad. We pitched every song. I created organic content, right? I emailed my list, my SMS list, right? And for you newer artists, like, you got to be promoting your songs. If you don't like organic content, then you need to be running ads. And you got to make at least a little bit of organic content. Maybe that's a lyric video. Maybe it's you performing, singing the song, or just some cool imagery or whatnot with the song behind it, and run it as an ad. But the reason I still post organic content, not because I always love to do it, but because I like to see what works. And whatever works, that's what's probably going to be my Spotify canvas. That's what's going to be a video clip. That's what's going to become the ad, most importantly. Because when we test an ad, I want to make sure I'm using something that I know worked organically. Right? I don't want to waste my ad budget. I want to make sure I'm swinging right out the gate. And one thing that we've been doing a lot is we've really been investing in the Spotify marquee and showcase ads. And because I have hundreds of thousands of followers, it's really actually unfortunately that Spotify doesn't share the song to all of them. So we'll run that Spotify marquee. So that's like the full page ad on a phone that says, hey, check out this song. And what's so powerful about those is the click-through rate is huge. Now, you might not have hundreds of thousands of followers. You might not have even thousands yet. So I would really encourage you to be running Facebook and Instagram ads, meta ads. I'd be doing organic content. But like, organic content is slow in my mind. Like, unless you've really tapped into it, and not only are you getting viral posts, but remember, those viral videos have to convert to streams. And so that's why I like to run ads directly to a playlist. Okay, and this is the stuff we teach on my Spotify 5-day challenge. And again, you can ask me questions every single day on this challenge, all right? So that I can give you feedback directly about that. Now, you know, that's what we're doing 24/7. You can also pitch to indie playlists, right? Whether that's like a Submit Hub or Playlist Push or whatever you want to use, right? To legitimate curators that will listen to your song. They can't guarantee they will add it, but at least, if they listen to it, they like it, then they add it, okay? So there's so many different ways you can promote your songs, but guys, you got to do something. You can't just hope and wait, right? The only other thing I can say is that really helped us huge on this, and I'm a big promoter of this, is like all those songs were first collaborations. I didn't produce any of them. I co-produced in a way, and helped write songs and melodies and gave ideas, but I partnered with somebody else for every single one of those songs. And then for the majority of them, we also got features on them. And so not only did I post about the song, but the other artist posted about the song. The other artist also pitched the song to their release radar and for another chance to get on an editorial playlist. So you take all these little things and you add them up. That's what really makes a huge dent. And you might be here. And then the next song you release, you're here. And you keep growing. And you keep growing, right? And you don't stop. Now, I want to share one more thing with you, and this is the mistake. You can call it a mistake. Let me know if you think this is a mistake and you think I should have done this in the comments below. But I want to make sure you also know about the Spotify 5-Day Challenge. I've put the link below. I know it'll be a game changer for you. Get a ticket for you so I can train you and you can ask questions every week. So what we could have done to get even more streams is there was 13 songs on the album. What if halfway through I did a 6-song EP? Okay, I know for a fact if I took all the songs, the 6 songs that were already out, and that 6th one, I just made an EP, and then I pitched all that, you better believe all those songs would have went whew, and then I released another single, and then another single, and then another single, and then when the album's ready to go, all 13 songs go out, and then we get another lift. If this video has helped, make sure you share it with someone, like, subscribe. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Keep going for that dream. God bless. Peace.